Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband and former manager, Brandon Blackstock, has died at the age of 48. News of his passing sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and deeply affected fans, friends, and family alike. While Brandon had largely remained out of the public spotlight in recent years, his influence behind the scenes, particularly in the world of music and talent management, was undeniable. His death came after a prolonged and quiet battle with cancer, one that he fought privately for more than 3 years. According to a statement released by a representative for the family, Brandon passed away peacefully, surrounded by his loved ones, after a courageous and painful struggle that ultimately ended with dignity and grace. It is with great sadness that we share the news that Brandon Blackstock has passed away, the family rep shared in a public statement. Brandon bravely battled cancer for more than 3 years. He passed away peacefully and was surrounded by family. We thank you for your thoughts and prayers and ask everyone to respect the family's privacy during this very difficult time. As the news broke, tributes poured in from many corners of the entertainment industry. Some remembered Brandon for his sharp business acumen and his role in managing top-tier talent, while others spoke more intimately about the kind of man he was behind closed doors: a father, a son, a husband, and a friend. For many, the loss was felt not just because of who he was professionally, but because of the quiet strength he demonstrated even in the face of life's most trying circumstances. One of the most poignant public reactions came from Kelly Clarkson herself. Though the pair had gone through a widely publicized and emotionally fraught divorce, there was still a bond that connected them forever through their 2 children, River Rose and Remington Alexander. Clarkson, who had already been balancing the demands of her Las Vegas residency and other professional obligations, made the deeply personal decision to cancel the remainder of her shows in order to be fully present for her children during what was undoubtedly one of the most emotionally harrowing moments of their young lives. In a heartfelt statement issued shortly before Brandon's death became public knowledge, Clarkson offered a glimpse into the gravity of the situation. "While I normally keep my personal life private, this past year, my children's father has been ill and at this moment, I need to be fully present for them," she wrote. Her message was raw and sincere, showing the world that regardless of past grievances or public disputes, her priority remained the well-being of their children and the importance of being a stable force during a time of loss. "I am sincerely sorry to everyone who bought tickets to the shows, and I so appreciate your grace, kindness, and understanding." The decision to pause her career for the sake of her family highlighted once again Clarkson's deep sense of responsibility as a mother, something she has consistently prioritized above all else. Brandon Blackstock's life had always been intertwined with the music industry. Born into a family that was deeply entrenched in the entertainment world, his father, Narvel Blackstock, was famously married to country music legend Reba McEntire. Brandon naturally followed a path that led him into the music management business. For many years, he worked behind the scenes, helping to build the careers of various artists, most notably Kelly Clarkson during the peak of her post-American Idol fame. As her manager, he helped navigate the complex web of tours, record releases, and branding opportunities that often dictate the trajectory of an artist's career. But their relationship went far beyond business. What began as a professional connection eventually blossomed into a whirlwind romance that captivated the public's imagination in the early 2010s. They appeared to be the picture of happiness, attending red carpets together, sharing snippets of their family life on social media, and publicly supporting one another's endeavors. Their love story seemed genuine, filled with mutual admiration and respect, and for a time, it felt as though they had found lasting happiness in a world where celebrity relationships often crumble under public scrutiny. Yet, as is often the case with relationships lived in the public eye, the cracks began to show over time. In 2020, after nearly 7 years of marriage, Clarkson filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The filing marked the beginning of a deeply painful and protracted legal battle that would unfold over the next several years. Though the divorce was finalized in 2022, it was clear that emotional wounds remained on both sides. Financial disputes emerged over management fees that Brandon had collected during his tenure at Starstruck Management, the firm founded by his father. Clarkson argued that he had been overcompensated for work that, in her view, was performed without proper licensing. The battle over finances grew increasingly contentious, with both sides standing their ground. It wasn't just a matter of money, it became a symbolic struggle over trust, betrayal, and the unraveling of a life they had once built together. Finally, in 2024, the two parties reached a settlement, putting an official end to the years-long legal wrangling. But even with the paperwork complete, it was clear that the scars of that chapter would remain with them both. Still, Brandon's passing adds a layer of complexity to their story, a reminder that relationships, no matter how fractured they become, are often rooted in shared experiences that never fully fade. In the wake of his death, Clarkson has not spoken publicly beyond her initial statement, but those close to her say she has been devastated by the news. Despite the painful divorce and the courtroom battles that followed, she never wanted this for the father of her children. Grief, in its purest form, does not discriminate based on history, it simply arrives, heavy and unrelenting. For their children, the loss is especially profound. River and Remington are still young, with so much of their lives ahead of them. Losing a parent at such a formative age leaves an imprint that never truly fades. They will grow up remembering fragments of moments, stories told to them by family, and perhaps most powerfully, the music their mother has poured her heart into, songs that, knowingly or unknowingly, chronicled the story of their parents' love, struggle, and heartbreak. Indeed, Clarkson's 2023 concept album, Chemistry, stands as a kind of emotional time capsule, one that captures the evolution of their relationship from its tender beginnings to its painful dissolution. The songs, raw and unfiltered, trace a path that many listeners found deeply relatable. From the sweetness of new love to the suffocating ache of disconnection, the album offered an unvarnished look into the reality of a marriage under strain. All of it was written 2-3 years ago, Clarkson explained in an interview with Variety at the time. Though she wrote the songs in the immediate aftermath of the divorce, she emphasized that she didn't want the album to be reduced to a mere breakup record. For her, it was important to honor the full arc of the relationship, the good, the bad, and everything in between. It was very important for me to not just have a divorce album, she said. I wanted an entire relationship to be covered. You listen to Imagic, and it's like, man, I'm willing to do this for you. Like, we all have our own damage. I have mine too, I'll share mine, you share yours, we can do this. It's every stage of a relationship, and that was very important to me, rather than just having a breakup album. The honesty embedded in her lyrics resonated deeply with fans. Many praised Clarkson for her vulnerability, for turning her personal anguish into art that others could connect with. But now, in the wake of Brandon's death, those lyrics take on a new weight. They are no longer just chronicles of a past relationship, they are elegies, frozen in time, echoing with the complexities of love, loss, and what might have been. Some fans have returned to the album with fresh ears, finding new meaning in lines that once seemed bitter but now feel tender, even mournful. It is a strange alchemy that occurs when death reframes a story. Memories once tinged with anger are suddenly flooded with nostalgia, with softness, with the ache of what will never be again.